you about a couple of them. Yeah. We have thyme. You may think, oh, I'm just gonna cook with this, but you don't have to just cook with this. If you got like that really bad cough, you know, at the end of a cold, you got a cough you can't get rid of. You can take the thyme and steep it like a tea and drink it. It'll wipe the cold right out. 1, 2, 3. And that's what this is. And then we have.
And that's thyme that you would plant.
Yes.
THYME.
Yes. Yep.
And put it in your soup as well.
You can put it in your soup.
It's very good.
And then another thing we have, one of my favorite herbs is stinging nettle.
Wow.
So I get this dry. It looks like this here.
Because it is dry.
It's dry, but you got to be careful when you're picking it fresh because you will get sting.
That's why it's called stinging nettle.
That's why it's called stinging nettle. And with this, we make it like a tea. Or you can make the tea, you can drink the tea, or you can let the tea cool off and use it as a rinse in your hair.
Wow.
It's good for making your hair grow.
Very good.
I also take this, if I'm making beans or I'm making a pot pie or something, take a handful, throw it in there.
Nice.
You're getting it in.
Get some.
It's a super green.
Oh, nice.
We also have elderberries. So as I was saying before with the elderberry, you can use the whole tree. You can use the leaves, the flowers, the fruit, everything. Only thing with the flower, you can't use it when it's closed. Make sure the flower is open. It's not just good for the immune system, but it's good for the respiratory too. It helps with that too. The leaves, I dried these from my own tree last year, and then I have them.
Wow, that's amazing. Look on the table. This is all herbal things with juice. And she's explaining all this information to us with these herbs. Go ahead.
So we have from my garden, my yard, spearmint.
Wow.
I'll pass it around and let everybody get a whiff of it. No. It's so fresh. See how it stays all nice. You can smell it.
Mm-hmm.
And this way, when now it's up, now it's the time I'm starting to dry it out. This way, when the winter comes, we'll always have like some fresh mint tea because we like tea. No coffee here.
That's
tea.
right, just tea.
If you want coffee, another alternative to coffee is
Roma.
Nope, this is dandelion root.
Dandelion.
Mm-hmm. And it looks like this. It could percolate right in your coffee pot. Pardon me if I can open it. Excuse me, Aunt Perm. I don't think she's open it. But it's kind of chunk. It's like coffee. You percolate it, and then you can have it. You put your little creamer in there, your little sweetener, what else you want to put in there, and you got yourself some nice tea. But remember, we want to keep our body like a temple that God gave us. And as long as I'm on this earth and you're on this earth, we only have one temple. So we should be mindful what we put in that temple, right?
That's correct.
So we don't want to be eating all that sugar and stuff, right?
No.
So what's a good alternative? You got coconut sugar,
Wow.
which is much healthier for you and everything. And you can order this off of Amazon if you want to. Or you can buy it. Walmart sells it, ShopRite sells it, wherever you go. You got some good coconut sugar. And I use this to bake with. I also use it in my bread.
Wow. Amazing how many things. All the fruits and everything we have as sugar in it.
Everything is right here. And we have those delicious raw pumpkin seeds. Ladies, if you're going to keep your husband healthy, make sure you're giving him pumpkin seeds every day.
Yes.
Only need this much. As much as your hand can hold is what you should be eating.
Okay.
Not 5 cups, not 2 cups.
A
Much
handful.
as your hand.
A handful of it.
And why do we do that? Because it helps prevent prostate cancer.
Wow.
Okay?
Amazing.
And make sure they're raw. You don't want the salty ones and everything else. We kind of want to stay away from the salt. We want to watch our salt intake. Not opening. Okay, don't worry about it. And we have, another thing we have, not just herbs, but what else are we eating? What more better than one of my favorite whole grains? Millet.
Wow.
You can do so much with millet. You can have it in a cereal. You can make millet burgers. You can have it on the side for rice because it's whole grain, and we kind of want to change up what you're eating all the time. You don't need to eat rice every single day, right?
Correct.
Change up.
And I don't know if that is the one they also say have iron in it.
Yes. It's good for iron. So if you low, you know, you girls, ladies, we get our friend every month. We need to put back what we're putting out, so we want to replenish all that iron and stuff. That's one good way to do it. We also have this grain is another one of my favorite. It's called oat groats. This is basically looks like this here, and it's before.
I'm sorry. What did you say it name?
This is called oat groats.
Okay. Oat.
Groats.
Oat. O-A-T. G-R-O-W-T-H.
Groats.
Okay.
Oat
so-
groats.
Okay.
You can have this savory, or you can have it sweet like your oatmeal, or you can have it on a you can have it in the place of rice. Once again, change up because you want to keep a whole grain meal. Our last thing we're going to show you is a super thing. I'm sure, how many of us do sea moss?
I do.
Is it a juicing book get over there on the ground?
It's wet. It's drying.
Oh,
It got wet.
So we have, this is the purple sea moss. And it looks like this.
Wow.
oh see,
I never seen the purple one. I always seen the clear one.
Yeah, this is the purple. I got this as a gift from my last pastor. Pastor Alvin Francis gave me this here.
Wow.
And he gets it, it comes all the way from St. Lucia because his family harvests, they have a business of harvesting sea moss. And sea moss is good. It has 92 of the essential minerals and vitamins that your body needs every day.
Correct.
You can just take it, and once you process it, you can just take about a spoonful. You could throw it in your smoothie. I like to throw it in my smoothie and have it like that. And
Okay.
that is it. And I'm so pleased to have shared my interest in health
So,
with you guys.
did you give me this one? What's this one? Did you say that one?
This is millet.
Millet. Okay, I thought it was, it looks kind of like quinoa as well.
Oh, before we go, we have moringa powder.
Yes.
So you know, in other countries, some moringa you can eat the leaves also, and it's a well-balanced meal. But we have it here. It's not warm enough for it to grow here in America, so we get the powder. This powder I like to put in my smoothies all the time, or I'm making my juices. Stir some up in there and get it in.
I heard people state that, I don't want to quote, but I'm just going to say it, that moringa also has iron, and when people are malnourished,
Yes.
they gave it to them, and it does
Correct.
wondrous things.
Correct.
Yeah. Correct? So,
Yep. And we have spirulina. It's an algae. This is the green one, but it also comes blue. It's fishy. It's quite fishy smelling because why? It's from the ocean. And that green, all that chlorophyll, imagine what your blood cells are saying. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you. Okay, very good, very good. And what about the sprouts? It's bean sprouts, right?
We have two different sprouts here. A sprout, I like to sprout all the time. This is lentils. So when I'm doing my sprouts, when I'm eating my sprouts, I like to make sure the leaves, the little green leaves, because now the sprout has the chlorophyll in it. I don't cook my sprouts. I eat them raw. I throw them on my salad, or I put it on the side, or you could put it in your smoothie and get it in that way. But it never touches heat. So that's the green one.
Very nice.
And then we have mung beans. These are the same sprouts that you see people get in Chinese fried rice and stuff, which is these. And they have the leaves on them also.
They kind of look alike.
So I like to do, you got lentils, you got mung beans, I do pea sprouts, or I do sunflower seed sprouts, any kind of sprout. It's really healthy for you. Horsetail. So horsetail is really a grass. But It looks like this here. I steep it like a tea, but don't boil it because remember, you don't want too much heat to hit your herbs because then you're going to kill the medicinal properties of it. With this here, I drink it for my hair, but it's also good for bones. It strengthens the bones. So anybody that got like, osteoporosis or something like that, this is a good thing to have.
Great. Joint pain?
It does. And we got lavender horsetail. So the lavender looks like this here.
And this is lavender.
Yep. You can use this in making cookies, but we like to take it and steep it to go to sleep.
Let me ask a quick question. That's like, what did you eat? That's not the leaves. Those are
The flower buds.
The flower
Buds. Yep.
of the lavender. Okay.
Or you can take it and make like, what do they call it? A little sachet package
Yes.
and put it underneath your pillow and get a good sleep. Or you could take it and throw it in your bath water
Oh, nice.
and just soak your body in it and get a good light sleep.
Very good. It smells good. It lets off a very good aroma. What about this aloe vera plant here?
So this is, we have the aloe vera. This you can do a lot with aloe. When it get really big, you can buy the big pieces at the store. Take it and cut the middle out. You can put it in your smoothie, or you can use aloe in your hair. Sometimes we take it and use it in our hair too.
Very nice. Very nice.
We also have
Hibiscus.
hibiscus, which is if you're from the West Indies,
Yes.
Jamaica, something you call it sorrel.
No, that's not sorrel.
No.
That's not what we call sorrel.
No, yeah, yeah.
No, I'm sorry. That
You
is not.
Roselle.
Okay, all right. All right. So I'm gonna explain this to you. That we have hibiscus, which is a plant that it's a flower.
Yeah, that's what this is. They ground it up.
No, sorrel is something different that we have in Jamaica. No, honey. Let me explain. Sorrel is something that is grown and it comes with it's round. You can look it up. Look for
What
sorrel.
color is it?
Huh?
What color is it?
It's red.
Roselle. We
But-
call it Roselle here in America.
But hibiscus is like a plant that grows flower.
because no, there's two different ones. There's two different hibiscus. They call this hibiscus, but this is really Roselle. The hibiscus we have here in America is not a flower. You could probably grow it in Florida. You can't grow it over in this area because you can't eat it. So in the greenhouse, they do have a flower called hibiscus. And it comes in different colors. And there's red ones, I think it's yellow, I think it's orange.
Yeah.
They
But in
call
Jamaica
this-
we call
we call
ours
it
sorrel.
We call it
And then we
sorrel.
have hibiscus. It's a
Different.
whole different
But
thing.
this is the plant that you have in
Okay.
Jamaica. Because the hibiscus we have in America that would grow here, we can't eat it. We can't use it. If we was if you lived in like Miami or Florida, then you could grow the one you're talking about there. This is too cold of a climate here.
Yeah.
So and that's what this is the one you have from Jamaica.
Yes, that's the
Which is all
sorrel. That's
ground
what
up.
we call sorrel.
Okay, well, she'll just put it up.
Yes. Because the hibiscus here we can't.
Show it on your hand. Show us some.
It's this
It's
color.
it's sorrel that we call
You
in
call it
Jamaica
sorrel.
sorrel. What they call
But
it
here we call it hibiscus. And the other name for it is Roselle.
Okay.
We make a tea with this. You could do it hot or you could do it cold. And then we just drink it.
Yeah.
This is, if you're going to have cinnamon, this is one of the best cinnamon you want to have. Ceylon.
Ceylon. Ceylon.
This is a, we use it very sparingly because it's really
Really rich.
strong.
Yeah.
It's rich, like you say. So we use that with strong.
Yes.
Strong. And then we have kelp. So kelp is an algae. It's a seaweed. It's a form of a seaweed.
Seaweed.
And we use it because we don't eat fish. So if we making like carrot spread or sunflower spread, we want something with a fishy taste.
Okay.
Then we use this here. And it looks like this.
Okay. And it's a powder.
Yeah, they
Okay.
ground it up. They dried the seaweed and ground it up.
Okay.
It's iron. It's a seaweed.
Okay.
So it's good iron. Then we have another thing I like to have is dates.
Yes.
So I like to sometimes put dates in my smoothie, or are you putting dates in like banana bread or something?
Why
for
do you
more
use it?
Sweetness.
Okay, okay.
But I also use this as a treat because you could cut the date in half.
Oh my goodness. Again?
Come back.
You could cut it in half. You could put peanut butter in it, and then you could put a raw cashew, and they call it nature Snickers bar. So you could do that, or you could just eat them. And you only need like a couple of them a day.
You have more of those books? I'm sorry.
And
We
then
have
what
white
else?
willow bark.
Oh yeah. Tell me
So-
something.
White willow bark is taken from the willow tree. And back in the day, the Indians and the settlers, they didn't have like we have now Tylenol and ibuprofen and all of that.
Yeah, so that
They
was their
use white-
medicine
right?
for pain.
So this is pain medicine.
Okay.
But I don't give this to my youngest grandchild because remember, it's made. They use it to make aspirin, so I don't want them to get.
So what is that now?
It's white willow bark.
And that's for pain?
Yes, it works too.
It's like an aspirin, she said.
It works with. Oh goodness, I can't. It works very well. And then we have
You say
flax.
like aspirin?
We have flax seeds.
Thank you. And then we have a different one over there.
So the flax seeds,
You need that? Yeah. Some sweetheart.
the flax seeds, we don't use it whole. We grind it. Because if you're using the flax seed whole, what's gonna happen? It goes right through you.
Yeah.
So when you grind it, then you break it down and you can get the medicinal part of it and
Okay,
stuff.
okay.
But when it's broken down, we have some. We have some grounded up. So I use it when I'm baking in the place of an egg.
Okay. Because
Yeah.
it have that
Gel.
consistency.
Yep. So you only need 1
Twofold.
tablespoon and 3 tablespoons of water. Mix it, let it set, it gel up like an egg. And then you can use it just like that.
Very nice, very nice.
And we have
Oh, you tell me about the pumpkin seed. What about the sunflower seed?
sunflower seeds. I love sunflower seeds. We did make a pate with the sunflower seeds that we have for everybody who wants to sample it. We use the sunflower seeds, we use almonds, chopped almonds, and we use the kelp. We did the kelp with it, and it was very good. Sunflower seeds. I'm not a herbalist, so I'm teaching myself all of this, reading books, going on YouTube, listening to other medical missionaries in health ministry, ladies and gentlemen, and then learning from them. So chicory, we did this one.
The dandelion
Yes.
root?
We did dandelion. No,
No, we didn't do
I did in the early
dandelion.
class. So dandelion is good for, remember, it cleans the system too. But it's good in the place of somebody who don't want to have coffee, but you don't want to have that caffeine and stuff. So you can just put it in the coffee machine, and it percolates just like coffee. You just have to be a little careful because it could become too strong. It
So
become
then
too
that's
bitter.
the powder?
This is. It's just the glasses. I'm sorry, it's not open, and
Okay,
it
that's
doesn't belong
right.
to me.
So dandelion,
It's the root. It's the
dandelion
dandelion.
root is not like the Jamaican dandelion that we know it back then out there.
It's that little yellow flower that you
Dandelion.
see.
Flower that you see.
Dandelion over here is those little,
Yes, that grow up in the grass. I'm talking about grass.
those the dandelion are those are the yellow plants that grows up into your grass during springtime, and we're trying to get rid of it and we can't get rid of it. It is good for blood purification.
Right.
It has iron in it, and it helps. People say, don't quote, I'm just saying, that it's also, they said, good for cancer. So you can use the roots in this winter time. When you pull it up and dry it, you can use it, and then in summertime you can use the leaves.
You can use the leaves. We juice the leaves.
Yes, so you
juice
can use the leaves and the root in summertime, but wintertime there will be no leaves, or you can pick them and dry them but we use those for, you know, during winter time.
You
So
can eat the flour.
yes, and the flour can be eaten too
You
as
can make
well.
honey with the flour.
So a lot of stuff that we see growing up in our garden, we have to know the uses of them. So they have lots of good uses, you know, for our bodies.
Yep.
Oh my, thank you so very much. I'm so sorry. I'm terrible with names. What's your
Louise.
name? Hi, Louise. Yes, Louise. And I am Drew
I'm
with
from the
Exquisite
Ellenville
Tours
Church, and
TV.
I am part of the health
And
ministry
yes.
of the Hubcap Federation.
Yes, thank you so much. This is the health fair. I'm at the health fair at Hyde Park, 7-Day Adventist. And over here they do a lot of stuff for, you know, teaching people how to do CPR. And I have Nurse Arhen Bennett. And she is the nurse here that teaches these you know, the safety for someone who is become unconscious, or you know,
baby.
yes. Can you give some information and how? So that's what you do if the baby is choking,
They do back blows.
then yeah, back blows, and then you
chest
give
thrusts.
how many chest thrusts?
5.
5 chest
And 5
thrusts
back blows.
to the baby, and the 5 back blows to the baby.
Unconscious.
If the baby is
no,
unconscious,
until the baby
become unconscious.
You look in the
If the baby
mouth,
become unconscious,
then you do CPR.
yes, and then it's the same 5 thrusts,
No, then you do
15.
30 compression to 2 breaths.
So 30 compression to 2
2
breaths
breaths when he becomes
for the baby,
unresponsive.
but we have to be gentle with the baby when we're pushing down
So
on
we
the
don't break
baby's chest, due to the fact that the baby is very delicate. So it has to be for someone who is already a professional, right?
Someone who's trained.
Is trying. Okay, no,
And this is a child.
that's the child right there.
And you do your hands at nipple line.
Yes, so your
Once
hand
you establish
is
unresponsiveness.
supposed to be positioned at the nipple line in the center of the chest, the middle of the chest, and you do
30 compression.
30 compressions to 2 breaths.
Respiration.
So give a demonstration as
30
so you
compression,
you do
and
30
you give
compression, then you
2
would
respiration.
give 2, yeah, okay, and that's first for
A child.
okay, for a child. What is this
A
called?
child is from 1
What is
year,
this called? What is
1
this?
year old until puberty.
What is it? From 1 year old until
Puberty is a
puberty,
child.
it's a child. So
The adult.
now this is the adult.
And the hand placement is the same.
Yes.
And you do compression using 2 hands.
So show
to get
us
up.
where we would find, you know, the chest to get to the breast. It's in the center, right?
First, if you're going to do CPR, you're going to establish unresponsiveness.
Yes.
Okay, you want to make sure
Are
the
you
person is
okay?
unresponsive.
Are you okay?
Right, before you do CPR. Say, are you okay? Are you okay? No response, so call out for help so
Yes.
you can get some help. Okay? Or you use your cell
Cell
phone to call and get help.
Yes.
Okay? And you're going to look, listen, and feel. If you see any breathing, checking for a carotid pulse, and none, then you're gonna find a nipple line.
Nipple line.
Okay.
Nipple line. Let me see the nipple. There's a nipple. That's where you're gonna.
Place your hand,
In
and
this-
you do the heel. 2 hands, and you do 30 compressions to 2 respiration,
Yes.
and you do it 5 times.
And then you would do a mouth sweep to see if there's
That is only-
for choking.
Only if they're choking.
Okay. But you're
Okay.
trying to get the breath.
And you do not do a blind finger sweep anymore.
Okay.
Okay? You look in the mouth before you give a breath to make sure the stuff is there.
Dislodged.
If it's there and you see it and you can take it out, you take it out.
Okay.
If you don't see it, you do not do a blind finger sweep.
Okay, cool. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Okay, now I am going around this
You want to try this one?
health
Go to the
fair,
end. The end it now.
and I'm gonna show you something. This is the Seventh Day Adventist, and this is up here at Northeastern Conference. And these are the 8 laws of health that helps your body to be healthy, and for nutrition. So it's all spells down the line. New start, and each letter represent something. So N is for nutrition, E is for exercise, W is for water, S is for sunshine, T is for temperature, A is for air, temperance, my bad. A is for air, R is for rest, and T is for trust in God. And over here, it's end it now.
Talk about end it now.
Sister Roxanne, you are on live. Would you like to speak about something, a little something about End It Now?
End It Now is the stand that the Seventh-day Adventist takes to raise awareness to abuse. The abuse of any form can be physical abuse, emotional abuse, spiritual abuse, psychological abuse, sexual abuse. So this is talk about safeguarding the peace within the church. So for the Northeastern Conference, what we usually do for the women's ministries, we have the 4 weekends of prayer and awareness, and that we will choose a topic that women, men, and girls are facing, and we'll talk about that topic and bring awareness. So in January, we talked about dating relationships for our young people, and that's deal with our teenagers. In June, we'll be talking about domestic violence and the effects on women's mental health. Because we know sometimes most women go through a lot of domestic violence. They do not have anyone to confide in. They are not able to talk, and the mental strain on their body, on their health, can be sometimes detrimental to them. So we are bringing awareness to that. We'll also talk about financial abuse in relationship, where maybe the husband takes control of the money or the woman takes control of the money. What to look out for in a relationship. And then we will be talking in December about domestic violence beyond physical abuse, because we all know physical abuse. We can all see the marks, maybe a black eye, maybe a broken hand, a broken limb. And so we're going to talk about domestic violence in general beyond just the physical abuse aspect of it. And one thing I want to point out also is emotional abuse. A lot of our women within our congregation, within the church, sometimes we think abuse does not happen in the church, but I'm here to tell you it does happen in the church. We are not happy about that, so that's why we're here to raise awareness and to educate our church members and also our loved ones about abuse. So emotional abuse, well, it's also a mental strain on the individual who's suffering it. The abuse use words like you too fat, or they will degrade the individual. Maybe your accomplishment, you did well in college, you get a job, they will make you feel like your self-worth, you don't worth anything. So we will be addressing that also. And for the End It Now, we do have on the fourth Sabbath of August every year, we go to a different district within the Northeastern Conference. So last year we were in Mount Vernon, and this year we're going up to Western New York. So you cannot be everywhere with us, we understand that, but we do provide information online. So, and you can have that within your church. If you're not able to do it on the fourth Sabbath, you're free to reach out to us, and we're able to come to your church to help you start the End It Now program and also to support you. We do have free materials. If you go to Advent Source, now we have domestic violence. We have it in French and in Spanish. We do have Power and Control that talks about the different types of abuse, and breaking the silence, which is very important. How do you break the silence? How do you talk about abuse? And then we have End It Now. There's no excuse for being abused. So I hope you will be able to join us, or you'll be able to reach out to us. We are here to help you. And we must bring an end to abuse by ending it now within our homes, within our church, and in the Broadway, within the community.
Wow, that was so straightforward and informative. We appreciate that, the church is really looking into stuff like this, because we wouldn't have known that all these things are happening regardless. We are a body, a church body, and spiritually inclined with the Lord, that, things like these happen. We are all human beings, and yes, we have to look out for each other.
Right.
So, this is something that is good, that I think everyone should have in their denomination,
Right.
in order to help, kids and families, mother and child, even the men as well.
Right.
So, how could they reach or get in contact with you?
So I am on the conference website. My name is Roxanne Jones, and I'm the End It Now coordinator. If you go on Northeastern Conference Women's Ministries, my information is there with my phone number and my email address.
So you're saying if you go to Northeastern Conference, you would be able to see the End It Now, and
Right.
they would be able to get through to you.
Right, it's under the women's ministries. The End
ministry.
It Now is a part of the women's ministries.
Okay, so you'd go to Northeastern Conference and would go to End It Now. No, go to Women's Ministry, and under that you will see End It Now. So Northeastern Conference, go to Women's Ministry, and then under that you will see End It Now.
Right.
And in that way, should be able to correspond with you and let you know how you guys could get together, reach out in order to get something started at your location. Thank you so much, sister. I appreciate it. God bless you. Have a great day. Now, these are some magazines that Seventh-day Adventist gives out, so everyone could have a read and get an understanding of what is going on. How to care for things, your body, know certain things, about the Bible, and, in general, your health. So, yes, this is a stand with the magazines. Now,
Sit at this table.
excuse me, I'm so sorry.
Yes.
Hello, how are you? How are you doing?
Okay, hi.
Hi.
Hi, my name is Lorraine Sullivan, and I'm with CHEHEC, which is Catskill Hudson Area Health Education Center. We're located in Highland, New York, and I'm here today at the Northeast Conference of the Seventh-day Adventists, and we're teaching today. So I was saying earlier that colon cancer is on the increase in our communities. Colon cancer is on the increase in our communities. They're finding out that younger and younger people are getting it. It used to be when people were in their 50s, they've been told to get screened for the first time, but now they lower the age to 45. So we partner with Cancer Services program, where people are offered free screening as well as free treatment. The services are provided through Sun River Health here in Poughkeepsie. We have a location on North Hamilton Road, and this number I can share with you all later. We can call to make an appointment to get the services. So there are various contributing factors to colon cancer. It's believed that diet is a major contributing factor, because here in North America, the diet is mostly like fast food, processed meats, processed foods, red meat like beef, burgers, ribs. Those things stay a long time in your colon, which is a large intestine. Alcohol also contributes to it as well. Smoking, being obese, not having enough exercise. Also, family history of it is also a risk factor. So we're encouraging people to get screened at 45 because people in their 20s and 30s are getting it.
Wow.
So signs and symptoms to look out for. Signs and symptoms to look out for are blood in the stool, aches and pain in the tummy that goes away and comes back, aches and cramps. Also, just losing weight, which is a classic cancer sign, losing weight for no good reason. You're not exercising, you're not dieting, but just losing weight is also something you want to look out for. Now, when I say blood in the stool could also be because of hemorrhoids, but you want to go get it checked at your doctor to make sure that it is not cancer.
Okay. So that machine, what is that machine?
That's actually a blood pressure machine for this table.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's basically it in a nutshell. The main thing is how they do screening is the main thing is a colonoscopy.
Okay.
We go into the doctor's office by appointment and they do the procedure in like 15-20 minutes. They put you to sleep. They use cameras to see if there are polyps. The polyps are the little finger-like projections that is found in the large intestine. And if they find those early, they cut them out. So that's the goal, to get screened early to cut out those polyps, because if they stay there after a while, they can become cancerous.
Okay.
So that's the goal. Early prevention, early screening. And if they go in and they find polyps, they may say come back 5 years, 1 year, 3 years, 10 years, 7 years, depending on what they see. So you want to make sure you keep those appointments. Like I said, the service is free, and early prevention is the key.
Okay. And also, I get to understand as well that there's a lot of diseases and other stuff that are caused as well, because we are in the northern area and we are not getting a lot of sunshine, which is very essential for our health too as well. So sometimes you might need to go to the doctor as well and check for your hydrochloric acid 25. I guess that's what they ask for. You should ask the doctors to check for you, so you could, have to see if you're up with your vitamin D. Yes.
Okay. And the other thing I want to say too is that persons that have had other bowel diseases like IBS or ulcerative colitis, they're saying that those can be contributing factors later on. So those people want to make sure they get them checked as well.
Okay. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. God bless you.
God bless you. Thank you.
And nurse again.
Well, this is when you need to go to your doctor, and what you need to do is adjust your medication so you have a lower dose, but a lower dose that is consistent.
So I have Sister Bennett here ready. I hear again our nurse Bennett RN. She is a lady with many caps right now. So during health fair, she does also, we do and check, who is interested or want to be checked for their blood pressure to see if it is high or too low. So explain more about why we do blood pressure.
Oh, gee. We'd want to do our blood pressure and keep it in a normal range. It is called the silent killer.
Yes.
We don't know when it come up on us, so we need to check it. And as you get older, the chances of you having high blood pressure is very, what should I say, possible. So we want to check it and make sure it's in the normal range. And they used to say 120 over 80 is the normal, but the new normal is really 110 over 70.
Gone more now?
Yes, it's 110 over 70. So the higher the blood pressure is, the harder it to get the blood through the vessels and get around your body. And when your pressure is really high and out of control, then this is when we end up with stroke.
Wow.
And we want to ward that off. And the new acronyms that we have for stroke now is
The acronym.
BFAST.
Okay.
BEFAST.
Okay.
And the B represent balance. If you start to have some dizziness, difficulty walking, or your balance is off, you need to check to get some help. Another thing, you need to check your eyes. If you have that's what the E stand for. If you had double vision, loss of vision, particularly in one eye, that could be one of the signs. Facial numbness, facial drooping, and an uneven smile. That is also a sign of stroke. Your arms, and your leg, if you have weakness and in your arms and your leg, particularly on one side, that could be a prevalent sign. Your speech, you had trouble speaking, trouble understanding,
meaning
or
it shouldn't be
slurring
slurred.
your speech. That can also be a sign. And if you experience any of these signs, it is very important that you go and find medical attention quickly, because time is muscle, as they say. You could be experiencing a stroke, and the time and the symptoms when you start having any of these symptoms is very important to note them. Tell it to your family members or whoever is around you, because it does affect what medication they give you at what time. So please be on the alert and be fast.
Be fast is the acronym for the symptoms of stroke. When it started and coming on, you can call the numbers, or your first responders number here. It's 911. Some places is 119, but you have to call them in order to get help, so you can not be bedridden, are not able to suffer the devastation of the stroke. You could be able to get better and get well fast, get back to your walking, get back to your health. So when you see that sign or what you just spoke about, we need to get to the hospital quickly. Thank you, sis, for the information. God bless. Hello, Sister Bless. How are you today? RN Bless, Nurse Bless. How are you doing? Could you give us some information on this machine that you have in your hand?
Oh, this is a BMI machine. Well, what in the world is that? Body Mass Index. And so this is utilized so that we can see what fat content that you have. The body is carrying that may be more than what you should be having. I am actually overweight. This shows you whether or not you're overweight, underweight. And muscle mass is one of what it measures as well. So body mass index, okay? Male have more muscles than females. And so you'll find that they may have a higher body mass index. But what if you don't have this, where you squeeze these handles and after you start it to get your body mass index? Well, there's a calculation. And I'm just going to review that with you, what you're doing. And you can do this in kilograms or pounds. I'm in the US of A, so I'm going to do it in pounds for you, okay? And just making sure that we got the formula right. Is your weight in pounds divided by your height, and you're going to square that times 703. So here is an idea of how you can do it. And if you wanted to do it in meters, of course, it's your weight in kilograms divided by your height in meters, and that will give that to you. So let's just go the American style, and let's say that I weigh 150 pounds. Not really true, but I weigh 150 pounds, and I'm about 5 feet 7 inches tall. That would be nice. That gives me about 67 inches. So if I have 67 inches, what I do is, the first thing, my weight divided by my height, right? But it has to be squared. So if I square 67, that's going to give me 4,489. And then I'm going to multiply that times 703 to get how much my body mass index is. And that will bring me to 23.5. Now that's really in a great range, but that's not mine. Okay. All right. So the categories are, if you're underweight, it will be 18.5. That would be your body mass index or below. If you are a healthy weight, it's 18.5 to 24.9. 18.5 to 24.9. Yes, that's the ideal. And then if you're overweight, a little like me, it's 25 to about 29.9. And when you're going a little more than that to obese, you're hitting the 30 and higher and higher and higher and higher. So you want to bring it down. Anything under the 29.9 is okay. Some of us are a little bit obese, but even better below the 25. All right? So again, men mass is higher than women's mass. And so they can have more weight on than we as women do. Thank you for listening.
Thank you. God
welcome.
bless. I appreciate it. Thank you for your time.